What happened when my promotion was handed to the CEO's nephew? I had worked at the company for 5 years, slowly climbing from intern to project lead. I stayed late, covered for others, and took pride in every project that crossed my desk. I missed birthdays, weekends, and even vacations just to prove I was committed. When a manager position opened, everyone assumed I'd get it. My numbers were strong, my team respected me, and even the director hinted it was mine. It felt like all the sacrifice was finally about to pay off. For weeks, I prepared. I rehearsed answers for interviews, polished presentations of my achievements, and even created a plan on how I'd improve the department. My coworkers teased me, "We'll be calling you boss soon." I laughed, but deep down, I believed it. The day of the announcement, the office buzzed with anticipation. People gathered in the conference room, smiling at me knowingly. My heart raced as the director stepped forward with the envelope. But when he cleared his throat and read the name, it wasn't mine. It was Lucas, the CEO's nephew, who had been at the company less than a year. For a moment, I thought I misheard. Applause rippled through the room, but it was thin, awkward. I sat frozen, smile plastered on my face, heart dropping into my stomach. Lucas grinned, shaking hands like he'd earned it. My team glanced at me, eyes wide with disbelief. No one dared to say a word, but the silence told me everything they knew it was wrong. Afterward, Lucas swaggered over. "Tough break," he said, clapping my shoulder. "Guess family ties help." He laughed as he walked away. My cheeks burned. Every late night, every sacrifice, I had been invisible in an instant. In the weeks that followed, things grew worse. Lucas had no idea how to manage. He skipped meetings, botched reports, and made careless mistakes. Whenever problems arose, he pointed at me. "Emily must have dropped the ball," he'd say. When things went well, he claimed the credit. I considered quitting more than once, but something inside me refused. If I walked away, he'd win. Instead, I decided to fight not with anger, but with proof. I started documenting everything, every project, every email, every correction I made to his errors. When he claimed credit in meetings, I calmly pulled up records showing the work came from me or my team. At first, people stayed quiet, but slowly, I noticed heads nodding. The smirks faded. Respect shifted back in my direction. The breaking point came during a major client presentation. Lucas stumbled through slides he barely understood. When the client asked a technical question, he froze, stammering, sweat visible on his forehead. All eyes turned to me. I stepped in, explained clearly, and salvaged the deal. The client smiled and said, "We'd like Emily to be our main contact moving forward." Lucas's face flushed crimson. After the meeting, the director called me into his office. He looked uncomfortable, like he wanted to say more but couldn't. "Emily, I know this situation hasn't been fair. I can't undo the promotion decision, but I see who's really leading here." He paused, his voice lower. "Keep doing what you're doing." It wasn't the apology I wanted, but it was acknowledgement. And soon, the cracks widened. Clients requested me by name. Team members bypassed Lucas and came straight to me for guidance. He grew frustrated, snapping in meetings, but the evidence was undeniable. He wasn't fit for the role. 6 months later, Lucas resigned quietly, citing personal reasons. Rumors said even his uncle had lost patience with his failures. The director promoted me immediately after. No speeches, no fanfare, just quiet validation that the work I had done all along was finally recognized. That promotion taught me more than any job title could. It taught me that nepotism might win battles, but it rarely wins wars. Real leadership isn't handed down by family ties. It's earned in late nights, in quiet persistence, and in choosing to stand tall when you're overlooked. It's earned in the courage to keep working, even when you're invisible. And every time I sit at that manager's desk, I remember the day my promotion was stolen, and how patience, proof, and persistence won it back. The injustice that once broke me ended up shaping me into the leader I always wanted to be.